¿Les gustó? ¿Cómo están, mi gente? Les habla Héctor de MacFan PR. Welcome to MacFan PR. Today's is Spanglish Live Friday. How you doing today? I'm glad that you start connecting, so let's get ready to rumble, okay? So let's go ahead and start with a lot of thanks because the past couple of days have been exceptional for the channel. First of all, I have a couple of shorts that I made that they went like blown up all of a sudden, and I want to thank a couple of subscribers that came in to the channel. I appreciate it so much. I don't have their names yet, but I'm gonna show them very soon. And I appreciate your support, and we are continue to getting more views and at the same time more subscribers. So thank you so much for that. We're gonna get a lot of stuff very cool for the channel here. And let's just start by talking about what it's been happening this past couple of weeks since Apple came with this huge out of the blue announcement with new gear, like for example, the new MacBooks and specifically the Mac Mini with the M2 chip and the different configurations, the M2 regular, the M2 Pro, and the M2 Max. Obviously, for the MacBook Pros, both the 14 and the 16-inch, they came in with the Pro and the Max chip. Now, in the Mac Mini side, we only come with the regular M2 chip and the M2 Pro. Although some people, there's two sides in the equation for the Mac Mini. On the Mac Mini, I have seen people like, for example, I'm going to show you here. In this case, I have and this guy is a very good reviewer that shows a lot of things about Apple and other services, but specifically Apple, and then talking about the Mac Mini in particular, in regards to the MacBook, the Mac Pro, and I would say the Mac Mini with the M2 Pro chip. Sorry about that. Towards the base configuration, which is the M2 regular chip. Although for $599 is a steal of a price. Plus, if you are either an educator or a student, you can get it for $100 cheaper for $99. It's the lowest end, high spec Mac device that you can get overall. And you can do a lot of stuff, even though you may be the average user. So that's why they have been showing in different options. Also have, this is courtesy of Greg Gadgets as well. He also is showing about this fact of the Mac Mini with the M2 chip regular, rather than the M2 Pro. Although M2 Pro obviously is a better configuration, but still for $599 is a still of a bargain for most people that think that they're gonna spend $1,000, $2,000, $3,000 for a new Mac equipment, just as well as, for example, these devices like the iPhone. The newest one in the Pro section starts at $1,000. So it's really something that has shifted in the way Apple has bringing our customers to the plate, specifically the average customer that has since long been regarded or disregarded by the company rather than going into the Pro section and people with created content, photographs and cinematographers, musicians, etc. No, we're talking about the average consumer like me, that even though I'm a content creator, still I'm doing, you know, I'm not exactly a mainstream person, but still people like you and me that are doing this not for a living, but doing this as a hobby, or simply just want to go to the internet and watch videos or browse the internet, go check my email, and have something that is desktop, not laptop. And it's gonna be very cool to bring it up. Maybe you can help me if you can reach if we can reach this amount of subscribers that I need, so this channel start moving on, and maybe with that help we can get into this gear and start putting some other stuff that we need in the channel. So I would appreciate that too. You never know, it's for you, it's for the channel. So that's one of the things. I also have uh, Marcus Brownlee. This is maybe one of the best known uh, Apple and technology reviewers in the world. He's well known, and in this case, he is matching the M2 Pro with the less expensive of the baseline Mac Pro. I'm talking about the latest Mac Pro that came out like 2-3 years ago, which is the one that you saw on the video. And we're talking about the fact that they said, in particular, the M2 Pro chip on the Mac Mini towards the base configuration of the Mac Pro of 2019 is faster overall than that Mac Pro. You know how much it costs? The Mac Pros on the base configuration costs still to this day $6,000. $6,000 towards $599, or in the M2 Pro chip that is $1,300. Still, we're talking about one quarter of the price basically, or even less. So when we see these opportunities that these companies bringing to the average consumer, definitely is he went up the plate. They went up the plate, and ThinkCube obviously has reached heights never being seen by other companies. And you can check it out and go all over the internet. They already talk. Uh, the only thing that they talk is about that. It's about Apple. It's about the Mac Mini. Most of the videos that you look, open YouTube, Mac Mini, all the way. So you can imagine. So I would just wanted to bring this up here at MacFan PR Live in regards to that. Let's just go ahead and check if there is anybody already in the chat. All right. If there's any comments. Okay. All right. And we don't have any comments yet. I hope everybody start getting in, and let's see how it goes. So the fact is, actually, we are in a moment where a lot of people are doing the same thing, and I know that. But I wanted to look it in a way that you're watching me as a content creator from Puerto Rico, in arroz y habichuelas, rice and beans. I'm a tech enthusiast. I'm not a tech specialist. I'm not majoring that, but I love it. And to be honest, I like what I'm doing. And the fact is, actually, uh, every time that I work with this, it's given me a lot of perspective of what I want to become in this platform. And I appreciate all your support and help going into this. It's very difficult sometimes because I have a regular job like basically everybody else, but definitely is a way to say thanks. It's a way to say, hey, let's go ahead, meet up, and let's just learn together. Because I'm gonna show you the things that I learned, and also I try to learn from the best. That's one of the things that I like about this. And I just wanted to make sure that um, that I reach as many people as possible, and I also wanted to impact the lives of people in different things. So, for example, and I'm gonna switch a little bit to Spanish in this case. Um, right now, unfortunately, there's a couple of things that are happening in Puerto Rico. For example, there's a federal case against a well-known TV and radio producer. His name is Sixto George, and one of the things that the show is how he's managed, and this is courtesy of Noticel, is a well-known digital newscaster in the island, and uh, they are there basically every day uh, during the trial against this producer. That is him, Mr. Sixto or Sixto Diaz, where he established that um, apparently there was kind of an extortion uh, from the government or towards the government to avoid telling things about the particular governor, which is Governor Ricardo Rosselló, who eventually was forced to be removed from the governorship. And that's it's a create a precedent. It's the first ever Puerto Rican governor that has to resign from from the seat in the middle of a of his term. It's crazy. It's kind of like going back to the times of Nixon, but in Puerto Rico. And this person that we're talking about is what he's talking about is about the fact that um, he was trying, or somebody was trying to use them to coerce the government to pay money, and using media celebrities uh, to talk in a good manner about the current government and its officials. And that's very difficult, very difficult to digest, unfortunately. And that's really odd. I wanted to bring this because I just wanted to make this something like informal. I don't want to make everything uh, about the about technology, about about Apple or about Android or anything like that in particular. But as you can see, I'm also trying to bring some of the cool things. I have the, if you can see it, let me see if I can show you. Yeah, there you go, the platform, and then you can see that I have some cool things right now here. It says, "Believe you can." I love this. And this is something very cheap that I brought. Enjoy the little things. Also, let's make this an adventure because life is an adventure. And never look back. So don't look back at your mistakes. Look at your mistakes as opportunities to learn that life has bring to you. And that's my take on this message. So I wanted to bring this uh, every week during my live sessions, and wanted to be something positive and something insightful, but at the same time bring the things that unfortunately is happening in the island too, and things like what I just showed you. Even though they are kind of negative, but also tell us that we can be better people, that we cannot be like these people. This person is making a mock of the system, and unfortunately, uh, people get damaged or get hurt in the way just because he wanted to get away with it, specifically from the federal government because it's a federal case. Um, Also, I didn't want to bring this out, but I also wanted to show the situation that happens with a former of boxing glory in Puerto Rico. His name is Richard Colon. As if you all know about boxing Puerto Rico, this is a very young boxer that in right at the time of he's starting to get well noticed in the market. In his last fight, he was hurt badly to the point that he got brain injury, and now he's basically disabled. He has to be helped constantly, and there was some information here, and this is courtesy of Teleonsi and Lacomai. Sorry for that. I just tried to remove that, but I just wanted to show you that there was an issue that arose today where apparently his sister was recording uh, his mom, which is his caregiver, trying to force him or apparently and allegedly uh, um, force him to be fed and not treating him well. But the fact is, actually, it's very difficult, to be honest. People who have decided to live uh, uh, with his kids with certain disadvantages is very difficult sometimes, specifically when they cannot help by themselves in any way. And this is the situation with Richard. For that, he needs help 24/7 for everything. And I can imagine the struggle of this lady that has give up everything in life just to keep helping her son. So a lot of people noticed that, and thankfully, they saw outside of the box and saw the fact that the sacrifices that this parent is making for her son. So you can imagine, uh, and this is love, even though it's kind of bad, but it's still love. And because eventually she called, she actually made another video where she and talk about the same situation, and specifically what we're talking about, that uh, that is very difficult sometimes because he becomes difficult. He becomes sometimes even kind of aggressive, and this person, when with this kind of people with these disadvantages, sometimes they behave like that, and this is not this is not out of the blue. This is something normal for these people, and we have to be not condescending, but we have to think of the sacrifices that they made in life in order to over with uh, their sons or daughters that they have these kind of disadvantages, and even their their partners too. Sometimes that happens. So we have to we have to think that when we decide to take care of a person with certain disadvantages, that in certain form they cannot help themselves in certain way, so it's very difficult. And to be honest, is a way to say I love you. And I want to shift this to the positive because that's what we need to learn from this experience of these situations instead of start criticizing one side or the other. Rather than that, I I rather see people talking about love, about about uh, sacrifice, about uh, give of you to help the other. And this is not only because of this situation in particular. This is in every situation in life. So I just wanted to end in that positive note. I see that there's the two people that are watching. Thank you so much for that. You are more than welcome to chat with me here in the studio. Right now, I'm uh, broadcasting directly through YouTube and through Facebook. So thank you so much for being here. You're more than welcome uh, to get here. Remember that you can comment, share this video, give a like, please. Very important, and subscribe to MacFan PR so you can continue help me getting into this platform. Also, I just want to point out I don't have the information here directly because I've been through a lot today. But there is a company that I follow. Their name is called Think Media, and Think Media is a company that helps people who wants to get into the business of YouTube and other platforms, excuse me, my apologies for my not very good looking English, uh, to get better, to get more views, to get more subscribers, to make this a business. And there was a challenge during this week, and one of the challenges, the final challenge that they made specifically today on the last class, was to make commitment. This is a commitment to get better and to grow into the channel. And one of the things that they said, well, put your commitment, put your goals. What are your goals, and and you have and what you want to commit in order to make this to work. And one of the things that I said is that first of all, I'm committing to do at least 2 videos full length and 2 shorts per week minimum. In the church, that will be the minimum because I can do more because it's easier to do a short, to be honest. And that's why uh, I decided that I wanted to push things in to show you exactly what are the highlights of the videos that I make. And actually, it started working now. And I appreciate these couple of subscribers that got into the channel. Thank you so much. uh, for me, it's an accomplishment. To be honest, I thank you. I can thank you enough. And we are little by little, in baby steps, going to our goals. They put us to put a goal of 45 days to get our first 1,000 subscribers. Will that possible? You think we can do it? Tell me in the comments. Tell me if you think that this is going to be a reality. And that's what I wanted to make sure that it's going to become. And really, I wanted to thank you so much for being here with me today. Um, and I just wanted to say hi and say that today is Friday, and in Spanish is hoy es viernes y el cuerpo lo sabe. So get well, be safe, and stay tuned for MacFan PR because more videos coming your way. Tomorrow I'm gonna be in the regular live stream, but I wanted to say hi today, and I thank you so much for being connected to the channel in the uh, in the two locations, both in uh, Facebook and on on YouTube. Thank you so much, and again, see you next